There was an unruly man at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. He seemed like he was a little drunk, but he decided to harass one of the people that were around him because he had the audacity of wearing a pink shirt. Take a look at what happened.
What are you upset about?
Weird is what I'm upset about. This faggot right here. This photographer, let's take a picture of you. Shove it up your ass, man. And see how that feels. You might get tickled, brother. Yeah. Fucking weird.
Go for it! Go do it!
I punched him square in the fucking mouth is what I did. Let me tell you the reason why I did. Because it's America. That's why. The same reason you get to live to breathe black. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I hear you. I see you.
Chill out.
I see you, motherfucker.
Okay. Chill out, okay?
So not only is he homophobic, he's also racist, if you heard what he said to the black police officers there. And another thing to keep in mind is, although we weren't able to show you the video in its entirety, if you watch the full video, which is available online, there were a number of TSA agents that were just casually walking by and doing absolutely nothing as he was getting loud toward this completely innocent person, right? So it just makes me mad to know that they go out of their way to make sure that we don't have bottles of water when we're going through the security line. But when it comes to an actual violent person who's harassing someone, they just casually walk by, no big deal. Anyway, I've made my point, but but Max, I want you to make your point. Go ahead.
Yeah, that you made a great point, but I mean, I think that he got what he deserved, a homophobic, belligerent redneck, you know, assaulting a guy like that. What I noticed when you played back the video, the guy in the pink shirt, was he taking a picture of the redneck before he got attacked? That I thought was interesting, but yeah, why were the TSA agents like not trying to diffuse the situation before it became a situation? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I'm wondering the exact same thing. And he might have taken out his camera and started recording because the guy was saying something violent to him. We don't know what happened right before the video started, you know, rolling. Yeah. But it's sad to know that people like that not only exist, but they will engage in violence if they see someone that doesn't agree with whatever their morals are. Yeah. Alex, what about you? What
how can you? I mean, this is such a horrible. I mean, completely ignorant, redneck. I mean, it's a horrible situation. Not only the TSA. You know what bothered me? Well, the age. I mean, it's not uncalled for regardless, but the fact that guy was obviously older, right? And he had this like younger, like whatever. So that just bothered me right there. And then the fact that there was another couple guys that were standing around there when he started to hit the cell phone. Because I got to tell you, if that was me sitting there, I probably would have been like, what's this guy doing? Maybe he'll settle down. But as soon as he hit that cell phone, as soon as he made any move, anyone who's like actually could stand up to that guy should have stepped up to that guy and like, hey, cool it down, taking him down. Yeah. I mean, that would have been, as soon as he got like a little bit physical, someone in TSA or whatever, just a good citizen who could, I mean, obviously that guy was, you know, smaller, he was skinnier, he was older. He's not going to be able to physically take care of that situation. So there was a couple guys that was around there. I'm surprised they just didn't jump in and be like, hey, cool this thing and just diffuse it themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people want to stay back and not get involved until it really does get violent. And as soon as it did, I saw a bunch of people, you know, tackle him, which I loved. I think that's the right way to handle the situation. So here's the question. Have you ever been tempted to physically fight someone, or have you ever been in a fight? I'm going to start with you, Max.
you know, I don't think I've ever been in like a major physical brawl, because I've always sort of tried to verbally diffuse situations that I've gotten myself in to avoid physical conflict. But there was a time, I remember in elementary school, when me and my friends were having some fun with a friend of ours, a girl, but I think we kind of pushed the envelope a bit that day. And I was sitting in the cafeteria with all my friends, and behind my back, she came up to me and basically opened up her tuna fish sandwich and put it upside down on my head. And and that was the last time I feel like since then I've been very mindful of my actions and the way I talk to people. Yeah.
Damn.
This was when I was like 12, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you just seem like such a gentle person. Like, I can't imagine anyone being violent toward you.
12-year-old
or vice
Max.
versa.
Vicious.
Vicious.
Yeah.
Rambunctious.
Yeah, rambunctious.
All right, Alex, what about you?
I mean, I grew up in Boston in the 80s. So
So you got into a lot of fights.
yeah, it was just, I don't condone it. I don't think it's a great way to grow up. But in that era, you know what, I got beat up on a regular basis by my brother and his buddies. That was just part of kind of growing up. So there was many stages of that early. I think by the time you get to that 16, 17 year mature, but up until that era, it was kind of weirdly accepted. Like, parents were okay with it. If you came back with a black guy, they wouldn't be like, who did this to you? They'd be like, what did you say? You know what I mean? It was just a different era, a different time. Don't condone it, but that was definitely part of my life. You're gonna give some licks, you're gonna take some licks. It was just kind of part of growing up at that era.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm actually kind of proud of the willpower I have, because there have been two instances where I could have gotten into a physical altercation, but I prevented myself from doing it. First time I've talked about on the show before, my bullies in high school were relentless. They would name call, they would do whatever they could to like get under my skin. And then one day in front of class, one of them literally pushed me, and I wanted to fight back so badly, but I thought about what that would mean. And it would mean I'd get suspended, it would ruin my record, I wouldn't get into a good college, so I actually prevented myself from hitting her back. The second time was, you know, my very first boyfriend, my first love, all of that. The reason why we broke up was because one morning I went to go visit him, and it was super early in the morning, it was gonna be a surprise, whatever, and he had another girl at his place, and they were both naked, right? And so, like, I witnessed that, and I wanted to get violent, and I wanted to kick her car and, like, leave a dent, but I didn't. I held back, and the relationship ended, and I'm really glad that I handled it the way I did. He now has 2 kids with that woman, and I hope they're living a happy life, because I know I am. So that's the right way to handle the situation. But tell us if you have ever gotten into a physical fight or felt tempted to. Share your stories in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys soon.